that new whip. Hey, who did it do drip?
And we're live.
Welcome to Bet Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
What's in this?
What's going on, Bet Records fans? I am Justin. We're back here with the usual crew. We got Trenton, we got Q-Tip, we have Cole, who's kind of weaving his way back in, finally moved back to St. Cloud.
Yeah, I moved back.
Yeah. Josh isn't here tonight. We don't know where the hell he is, but does anybody really care? What's that one meme? So-and-so. See? Nobody cares. I forget what movie that's from. And in the studio, we got a guest, the guy who cuts my hair, Victor Barnes. What's going on, brother?
It's being marvelous.
Hell yeah. So what have you been up to since I saw you a couple days ago?
Trying to think. Man, you asked me like what color underwear I wore yesterday. I'm just trying to think. Let's see. I had a pretty nasty pump. I went to the gym. Worked on arms and tricep because I'm a douchebag. Trying to think what else.
As long as you don't skip the legs, right?
You know, I'm actually kind of in between about legs. Because from a meme. So you know how like they say size doesn't matter. It's about like motion of the ocean.
Motion of the ocean.
Legs are kind of like that. Because for me, I really don't care about like big legs. I just want to jump high.
Yeah,
So I already got like some solid quads, but for like the most part, I'm just trying to get like windmills down at this point.
Yep.
So
Cole has the beefiest legs I know.
No.
Are you
No, I don't do legs.
Cole only does legs, bro.
to be fair though, I
I
respect
fucked
that.
up both my legs.
Yeah.
Both my knees.
Doing what?
One was in track, and then the other one was from me putting way too much fucking weight on the other side. That I blew it out.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Victor is a barber at Barbers on St. Germain in St. Cloud. Guy does a bang-up job. So how did you get into barbering? I know, because when I first started going to you, so this is how it started. My freshman year of college, I was going to Barbers on St. Germain, but it just like randos. This, you just call, you show up. And then I just started going to Great Clips and Sports Clips, and I'm like, yeah, I like watching the sports, but I was just like, you know, like there's been 2 occasions where I asked precisely what I wanted, and they just did not give it to me. So then I was like, I'm looking for a new place. I'm like, yeah, Barbers on St. Germain. I remember I went there my freshman year. They did a good job. And I was like, and then I'm pretty sure I talked to you on the phone. Then we vibed, and I was like, wait a minute, is this Dion? It's just like Dion. And then I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I fuck with this guy. He does a good up job. Been going back ever since, and I've noticed like all my buddies are on your story. They're getting haircuts from you now. You're like really branching out.
Yep. So So I'll actually kind of go about how I got into it. So actually, funny enough, I actually got into it just through networks and also my situation. So my time before I even became like a barber, I was actually at State for a year, and then I went to the tech college, and then right after that, I was like, well, it was a combination of like things. So first of all, I just want to make something really clear. I should have not even gone to college my first year like at all. I just went to my St. Cloud State, and at the end of my time, I just went because it was just like, fuck it, why not? My original plans from high school was I just wanted to work and just kind of figure out. And then when I say I should have never went, I just mean like, I'm not saying that in like a bad way because you're a final layer, why it benefited the hell out of me, but for me, I wasn't like academically ready.
Yep.
Plus, also being like a freshman in college, when you go to a kegerator at 2 a.m. and you got like your finals at like 9,
Yep.
I don't think your priorities are set for an 18-year-old.
Yeah, all of us know that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, as my mom pop said, it's not a race, it's a marathon. So if you got that on my paper, that's all that matters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
So I asked the one question that every barber gets asked: who cuts your hair?
You'll be surprised. I actually let anyone, honestly. So I kind of range out. There's like a barber school out in Columbia Heights. That's where I went. Used to be in Wade Park, but they actually moved. So I go there every once in a while. I got a guy in the cities that's been trying to recruit me really hard to work there.
Okay.
I let Russ cut my hair every once in a while, and then also I'll go to like a place that's in Wade Park. They actually do a really good job. I went to school with like almost all of them. So they're really I'm not picky. I will say though, before I became a barber, I used to have like one guy, and that was like my Lord and Savior, my man Jalen. He cut some hair. He could cut some curly hair, and he was like my guy. He got me for everything. Shit, prom, snowball, graduation, grad party. He got me for everything.
That is everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
he might. Oh shit! I even like the first time I even started for a football. He even got me. I was even wearing like a helmet, and like I was like, hey, I gotta be flying no matter what. I gotta get this cut.
Yeah.
So I was just like, shit. But then he ended up moving to Houston, and I'd never see him since.
Sure.
So,
Because I do remember, I think it was a month or two ago, I remember you put a memory on your story of you at your last job, and you like captioned it saying like, "Can't wait to get the hell out of here." And I was like, wait a minute, no, you see like leaving Barbers? And then I looked at the memories, and it's like, oh, it's from 3 years ago.
I'm actually glad you brought that up. So this is kind of going back to my story. So at the end of my time, I used to work at like a grocery store, and I got some stories about that place. But when I kind of knew I wanted to be like a barber, it wasn't just like an instant thought. It was kind of like a manifest. So as soon as I got done at like the tech college, I was like, all right, we got to figure something out. I got to figure out what I want to do. And I kind of broke it down to principles. I just decided like what are some wants, what are some needs for like your future job. And the biggest thing I wanted was first of all was freedom. Secondly, making like a profit income, and also third being like myself. And that comes with just like networking. So when you saw that on my snap, that was actually like my last day at that my job, and that job kind of like mentally put like a giant toll because I'm not gonna like. So there's a reason why I'm not mentioning like the company name, but the management memo there, I'm just gonna be honest, ass, straight up. It's just I just didn't like the people there at all. And I felt like they kind of motivated me to get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
So when I decided to become like a barber, I was like, all right, we'll put the wants and needs in place, but now let's kind of like figure out how I'm gonna become a barber. So actually, ironically enough, right next to my job was the barber school. I walked in, I took an application. I talked to the guys. Took me about 4 months to get enrolled because you actually needed a 20% semi-down payment. So I ended up worked for my dad's job for about 3 months. That's also another bunch of stories because it wasn't bad, but it was just like when you start working those like fucking like those like overnights, you start like hallucinating and shit.
Yep, that's a different grind.
That was a different type of grind. But anyways, I got done with that. I got into barber school, and then I'm gonna be honest. I want to say after like the first month, once I got comfortable, I made like I made my account. And I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And then ever since, it just kind of rolled along. But I will say though that rolling along would never been even possible if I never took my first 2 years at like college, because the one thing I will say about college that really helped me out a lot was making those networks. So at the end of my time, I made a lot of friends through the my dorms, and then when I went at tech, I met like a lot of people that were in like the my trades, and then also prior to that, I even got a house on campus. You probably remember 727 on 7th Ave.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah,
you showed me that.
Olive Green. We had some bangers, man. Like I mean, like from Dari's in the middle of winter when it was like -10 to someone breaking my fucking toilet. It was a good time being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, College Town definitely has a lot of memories.
727 7th Ave South.
Yeah, it looks
727.
familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, it does look familiar.
What is it?
We were mainly known because we broke a lot of shit, mainly doors. Doors got vandalized, and I mean, just I'll never forget. We had like a week span. We literally just broke 3 fucking doors just for like no reason. Like my door, my roommate's door, and my freaking roommate's, and like so like my roommate, he had like 2 doors, just broke them both. Just one night was just random as hell. The Arma night, it was just Halloween, and just we were the whole basement did not have like doors for like an entire like 2 weeks.
I'm trying to think of all the things that I've broken in all the houses that I lived in. I remember in Phi Ta when
Q-Tip's gone through a couple doors, huh?
yeah, but a couple both of them weren't even his fault.
Like if you want to see how bad like our door problem, I would call it like a problem, because for like the longest time I could not get ass with like a door. It was almost impossible.
Yeah.
But like,
assume not.
But like this is just what we were doing.
So you're playing football.
Oh, I've seen that video before. Yeah.
We were just we just didn't. It was just like if you were a door, you were getting a touch. It just did not matter.
So last year when I lived in Teague, myself, I broke 2 doors, And there was a third one that it wasn't. So I lived in the basement by myself. The third door was the room to the other door. So the first door, it was, I think, a week after I moved in. I got an Uber home and I left my keys in the Uber, and I realized that right away. And I like spam called the Uber driver, like, come back, like, I don't care about the extra charge, I just need my keys.
Right.
And he like ignored all the calls.
Sure.
And I was like, at this point, I was so frustrated to the point. I later on ended up calling Uber customer service. Like, I've been calling this
You
guy
were that.
You went
boss.
straight
You were the
for
Karen.
mode.
for a week.
You were the Karen.
For a week straight?
You were the fucking
He was
ultimate
not
Karen.
answering my calls. I finally said,
The
listen,
ultimate.
he's been denying my calls. I want the fee waived. They ended up doing it. But later that night, like, I was like, I need to get in because I have work tomorrow. So I just completely spin kicked my door open. And
Typical college.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Fair.
the door in the room next to me that no one was living in, I took the door off there because I thought, okay, maybe I could replace it. But both doors opened in a different way.
There, yeah.
I didn't think that at the
that's
moment. And one night I did have female company over, and
Yeah, you need a door.
so I literally, when I couldn't put that door on, I just took the door that I took off on the other room and I just propped it there.
Just
And
laid it up nice or what, huh? Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, I guess
I
that
ended up
works.
scoring that night, but
It
then
works
she was
then.
just like,
Dub.
but she
Yeah.
was asking me, she was
Duh.
like, is anybody really going to come down? I'm like, I want them to hear.
No.
Oh, dude, you're actually a mess.
And then,
Right.
so then I finally called.
I want.
They
them to
replaced
hear.
my door. They replaced my door, and then two of the frat brothers came, and they were just like, "Can we like use the door you took off?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit." And so what they did was they took the door, they like knocked on a door, put the door there, they opened, and they just saw another door,
Nice.
and they ended up breaking it. So that one was broke. And then I
broke
lost
our
my,
fair
and
share
then I
at
lost
704.
my keys again, and I spin kicked in, the same routine. But yeah, and I also punched a hole in the wall on Faita.
Yeah,
That
you
sounds like a
just-
lot of like Mountain Dew and like Drio activity. I respect it though, but I mean,
Yep.
and I'm only saying like I respect it because like compared to like what I had to endure, it's just every time when someone tells me about like all like their damages they have like at their property, I get like Vietnam flashbacks of what I had to like wake up to, and I just remember like there was one specific moment I will never forget, and we were just assholes about this property. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but so in the garage there was like extra like utility supplies. There's like an extra sink and like an extra like door, extra screws.
Sure.
We just said fuck them. We just tossed it all off like the roof.
Nice.
Like we just took out. There was like these two big porcelain sinks. We just said we'll just toss them, and
Okay.
they just went off like you ever seen a 300?
Yeah.
Freaking when they're
Spartan.
tossing the babies like and like to filter them
Yeah.
out. We were literally doing that with just sinks, doors, curtains, random shit that was in like that in my garage. We just said it's gonna get recycled anyways. So
Yep.
so why not?
May as well break it up for them so it's easier for them.
Yeah. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere.
Yeah. You guys want to get into some shock topics? I know
Let's.
you have a couple ones.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Basically, how this works is we each put a finger in. If it shocks you, then someone asks you a question, and then you go like 30 seconds. You explain your reasoning, and then we get into an open discussion. When it dies, we move on.
Oh, okay, shit. This is gonna be a little.
Wait, someone
alright.
And
asked
since
you
there's
the
one
question?
hole open,
Yeah.
I'll double up, and we go this
Okay.
way.
So I'll ask you a question. Or get shocked.
Oh, wait. So I gotta ask a question. Is this saying?
If
You get
if it's
shocked,
you, you'll
then
get
you're the
asked a
one.
question.
Gotcha.
Start with
You
the
get
question.
shocked, then you're the one.
Well, that's me.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
You got the first one?
Yeah. Trenton, this is an opinion question.
Okay. I'm ready.
Is it gay if your girlfriend,
Why'd you start like that? Is it gay?
is it gay for your girlfriend to put a strap on and fuck you in the ass?
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ. Why are you saying this?
Now, what's the definition of gay?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it
come
has
on.
to be-
I thought you were the guy that would know a thing or two about that.
Yeah.
Eh.
That's
Yeah.
whatever you want.
I'm
You have your
gonna
own
say
opinions.
no because it's not a literal penis. If you're into it, by all means go for it.
But
Me
I
for
mean-
one, definitely not.
He's covered.
I'm just
But it's a
saying.
mold of a penis.
I know,
Yeah,
but
it's not male on male.
it's
That's like
not a
definition.
male. I don't
Now she has a
think it's
penis.
gay. I don't think it's
Like-
gay.
But still, woman. That's just anal. That's like it's just anal work. Man.
All right. So Mike. Okay. Am I allowed to answer? a
Yep,
question?
yep, no, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay,
Kinda
so
now.
by that logic, would it be gay to sleep with like a trans woman?
Yes. Oh.
No.
I
actual penis.
If she
I mean-
no
that's
trans.
not
But
how
is
it
it
works.
Yeah, it's an actual.
I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't blood. It's just plum juice, right?
It's
I
what?
mean,
What did you just
I
call it?
mean, am I wrong?
You call that plum juice?
I mean,
What the fuck is plum? What?
all right, sorry, beet juice.
Quentin, what do you think?
I don't think so. No, it's not. It's not two guys. It can't be gay.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
how it
putting
works.
on something that resembles a penis
That's
in your butt.
That's just like if you get like having a finger up your ass. It's the same thing.
I'll bet you can
If
find them
you, that is
didn't look-
absolutely gay.
What? If you like having a finger up your ass, it's not gay. It's not a gay thing. It's literally. It's just anal.
For you to stick your finger up my ass, that is gay.
Yeah, it's
Why-
like you did it to
Woman-
another
woman
dude.
does it
That-
to you, if you do it to yourself, or if a woman does it to you, that's not gay. No, that's not gay.
I
Just
do it
because
to
it's in the ass does not mean it's gay.
Cole, what do you think?
That's not how that works. It's literally not
I
how that
mean,
works.
I don't know. I guess I don't think it's gay because it is not an actual dick, and I'm sure they can find like strap-ons that aren't actually dick shaped. There could be like
What?
a pole or something. I don't know.
The shape does
they
not
both-
matter anyway.
They're both vertical.
I don't know.
I don't
Either
think the
way.
shape matters. I think it's
Either way,
I think it's plastic versus flesh.
it's plastic versus
Man.
flesh. If it was a trans,
Man.
if it was a trans woman, then it would definitely be gay. If
That's
it-
I don't. I think
in
that's-
my
I think
opinion.
there's a-
Now
I
here's
think
the
there's
real
a definition
question.
of that. I think that's called
Now here's the
actually.
real question: would you let your girlfriend put a strap on and fuck you in the ass?
No.
No.
Yes, he would.
Speak for yourself. No.
Why not?
Not into it.
Oh yeah, because it's gay.
No.
You
It's
can't
a
do
one-way-
that
it's
for
a one-way
fucking
street back there.
bullshit right now.
It's a one-way
Some-
street
some
back
people,
there,
Some
dude.
people like ass play. Some people don't. That doesn't make it gay if you do.
Okay, fair.
That's a fair point.
Yep.
That's fair.
Good discussion.
agree.
I think we learned a lot.
we learned a lot.
Fair enough.
Trent,
All
you're
right.
doubled up.
Yep.
Hey,
I feel like is this shock like that bad?
No,
No.
It's just like a whoa.
It's kind of like that shotgun.
whoa.
Gotcha.
That ain't
I might even get it. Ooh, yeah, I got it.
There you
All right,
go.
all right.
As he's
I got it.
speaking about
All
it.
right, so it ain't that bad.
It wakes
so.
you up a little bit, right? But-
There was like this one shot game where like it shocked the shit out of you. I
Oh,
don't
yeah?
know what
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
It was like the pistol grip one, but like that always shot. It's like put like my whole arm to like sleep.
Kind of
Yep.
like Russian chess players that
Yeah.
practice against a computer. You make a wrong move, it shocks
What?
Yes. Yep.
That
That's
would
nuts.
All right.
Alrighty, Victor, I got this is a perfect question for you. Someone walks up to you and asks if you let them shave your head. Whoa, I did not write that correctly.
Whoa,
Fuck
alright.
it.
Is this
Fuck
a-
the
is
script.
this a- is
All right,
this a viewer
someone walks
question?
up to you at a gas station and they say, "Hey, I'll shave your head and I'll give you $1,000 gas gift card."
You
Do
got that from
accept?
Supreme Patty.
Yes, shout out Supreme Patty. Anyways, Barber, Victor, do you accept or will you decline?
What gas station?
Pump and munch.
Fuck no.
No, let's
Holiday.
whatever holiday.
no.
Quick trip.
Quick trip, yes, but
Okay.
I think it'll be worth it.
but holiday, no.
And why?
See, Quick Trip to me is like the cash wise of like gas stations
Agree.
because
I
their
agree.
food is actually it's actually not bad.
Yep.
Granted, I wouldn't eat it like every day, but if I got $1,000 on my bucks, I mean, shit, that's $1,000 fucking dollars to
Yep.
Quick Trip. I'm not. I mean,
Well,
that's
it's
almost.
it's for gas.
Oh, it's for gas.
Yeah.
Gas card.
Oh,
I don't know if
shit.
you can
Oh,
say it. Yeah.
so for gas. Well, you
Let's,
see.
all right, let's change it. You can only
No.
use it for gas.
Oh,
Yep,
so
yep.
only
let's
for
do
gas.
only gas. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
if it's only for gas, it's just you see this economy just be kicking my ass just
Yep.
like everyone else.
Would you sacrifice the locks?
You see, I can't do ball, bro. I can't do it. And I'm only saying that because like my time is coming. So going bald now is too soon.
Yep.
I can't do it, bro.
I agree. What do you think, do you think customers care if a bartender's bald? Kind of a side question, but
Barber, you mean?
yeah.
bar-
What did I say?
bartender.
Dude,
Bartender.
good
A bar-
lord. Fucking, I can't talk today. I guess. Fucking yeah. Do you think that matters?
So I was told bartenders, it just only matters if they actually drink or not. As for like a barber, if they're actually bald, you know, I'm gonna be honest. Some of like the best barbers I actually see, I actually have no hair at all. So
Okay.
I guess to answer your my questions, I mean,
It's kind of like, would you trust a tattoo artist that doesn't have any tattoos?
Right.
I mean,
because
and that's
they don't trust anyone else. That's why they don't have any hair.
I mean, that's a fair amount point, but like also again, if you have like a portfolio, that should be like your preference to like the equivalent of like me having hair, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, because if you go into my shop, I got like a whole mural of like all like my haircuts previously.
Work you've done. Yep.
And
Me personally, I would do it because
Gas card.
yeah, gas card. I mean, with gas prices right now, just like it grows back. That's the beautiful thing about hair. It grows back.
I mean, for some people it does.
Right.
True.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I get. It's just. That's a good question, but I would say for me, like I couldn't do it because like I just could not be my ball at 23. Like I think my girlfriend would probably be like break up with me. I'm gonna just be honest.
Actually, question: does he have to shave my beard too?
Oh, if the beard's got that's gonna be
That's up to you.
That might be tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because if it's the beard, now we're talking a whole.
So
different
I've
story.
gotten the same haircut since like 8th grade. I would never be able to do the bald thing. So I'm definitely out. If the beard's involved, definitely not. I'm out on
So
that
where
question.
I got my haircuts as a kid, they had a sign in there, and it said, "God only made a couple perfect heads in the world. The rest he had to put hair on."
No, jeez.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, if it's just the hair, I would do it. But if you're doing the beard, now you're really pushing it.
Well, I think your beard grows back faster than the top of your head.
I don't know about that.
It depends. I suppose it depends. Right?
Genetics play like a huge role in that, but from my understanding, hair grows like a half inch every month. So after like that month, you'll start to have like that buzz cut look.
Right.
As for like my beards, I think it depends. Genetics is also one thing, and also had to take in consideration color contrast is also another thing. So say if you have like white skin and you got like dark hair, it's gonna look more noticeable. It doesn't mean it's like growing fast. It's just more.
It's
prevalent.
contrast. Yep.
Yeah, it's more prevalent. The same thing I say about like hair. Like I always get like clients tell me say that like their son's hair grows really fast, and I had to break it to him. I'm like, it's not that. It's just you have a white kid that has black hair. It's gonna be noticeable within like a week.
Sure.
Because I was gonna say my beard. If I were to shave my beard right now to get back to this length, it would take about a month.
Yeah.
But there's
suppose.
some people like.
Plus, also the hair.
I can get there really quick with mine.
Plus,
I just shaved
also
yesterday.
the hairstyle. Plus, also like the hair itself matters. So, say if like the hair is like coarse, it's gonna appear up a lot more because it's thicker. If it's thinner, it's gonna show up a lot less. Also, if it's straight or curly, straight hair tends to show up more. Curly hair tends to show up a little bit short, just because you got that constant warp and the hair is always coiling.
Right.
Versus straight hair, it's just going up.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
But there's some people that their beards like grow ridiculously fast. Like I asked Chris one time a couple years back. I was just like, if you were to shave your beard off right now, how long would it take to get back? He's like a week and a half.
Yeah.
My facial hair grows faster than my head hair.
Yeah. Also, prior to that, and I know I'm talking like a lot of hair here, but also the science behind it, too, is that if you tend to have like a cleaner dermal, your hair will actually grow faster. Because if you put this in consideration, how some people get patchy. Mind you, I'm saying this as just like my journal. If you have like really good genetics, this is gonna like top over that 100%.
Doesn't matter. Yep.
But say like if you want like show like faster results, just simply wash your face because when you're trying to have like your hair grow and you got all that like debris and plaque and bacteria just interfering, it's gonna create patches.
Yep.
So that's why for some people, in very rare cases, you'll see some people that got patches on just one side of their face. Most likely they sleep on one side of their pillow, which in other cases you should wash your pillowcases. Just saying. But,
Yep. Your
Yeah,
bed
that's
sheets.
kind of important.
Yeah.
Once we're done with the shock topics, I actually do have a good question for you about hair.
Gotcha.
So let's get into
They're
the
gonna
next topic.
say about washing his bed sheets. Washing
Washing
his
the
bed
bed
sheets.
sheets. Cole,
Wait, so
Cole, you double up.
Wait, so do I answer the question next?
If you don't get shocked.
Oh,
If you
God.
get shocked, you have to answer the question. So, yeah.
Oh, it got cool. It got cool.
Alright. Q-Tip, don't you have one?
Yeah, I got one. Alright, cool. Would you rather have chopsticks for hands or office chair wheels for feet?
Oh. Wow.
So you're
Stubby.
You're good with both. Like whatever you pick with, you're good with. Like you're fine. Like with it, you don't have to learn how to do it.
Ooh, a fly.
But you have to pick one or the other.
So are each of my fingers a chopstick then?
I think your whole hands just become like one.
One chopstick?
Oh, so it's gonna be like
Oh,
So I have
Seamus
to
from
use
Family
both
Guy.
hands to pick up anything with chopsticks.
Yeah, chopsticks for hands or office chair wheels for feet.
You know what? I think I could adapt better with the office chair wheels for feet because For one, I might be faster if I figure out a way to like hook those things up to stuff.
Wait, so you're saying like those little you mean like these wheels?
Yeah,
It's
like,
fine.
Little tiny
Oh,
ones?
I think I'd rather go with the office chair feet for sure, because I use my hands for everything.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I would bully the shit out of you.
You know what?
I would literally just push you over and like.
Yeah, well, so what? That's gonna happen to anyone that gets that shit. So what?
I think
At least I can grab stuff. At least I can have a good time with sex too. Let's be real. With hands,
Chopstick.
at least I'll have fucking hands. At least I'll have fucking hands. What do you do with your feet? Nothing. Except for walk.
Some people can actually some people have like a foot fetish. So I mean,
Oh, well, those people are
So,
weird.
I'm
But-
picturing standing up sex with these wheels and Cole's just wheeling into this bitch like
Yo,
that
okay,
against the wall or
standing
some
up
shit.
is not an option.
Do
but
do his wheeling.
See me.
Yep.
Me personally, I think I'd go chopsticks with hands because if you have office chair wheels for feet, you're not going to be able to walk uphill or anything.
Dude,
like
you
that.
gotta be.
And if you go downhill, you're fucked. There's no brakes.
Don't go into loose
There's no
anytime
brakes.
soon. Yeah.
But you can make like a contraption somehow, like customized shoes or some shit. Who knows? You just pay a bunch for it.
Bro, it would be like just having Heelys for life.
Yeah,
Hell.
that's not a terrible idea.
True.
I think I would do the wheels as well. Get some kind of a powerful fan or something to boost you up that hill if you're trying to get up some steep hill. Hiking might be a little bit of an issue if you're going through the woods.
Yeah, you're
but
going to do some maintenance.
I think, use your hands for a lot more. You can't type on a keyboard with chopsticks. I mean,
You could. It'll be really
but
slow.
Yeah, so.
I got a good one, actually.
Okay.
All right.
I got
Kids
I,
have-
I,
kids
also,
have your
I,
doubled
also,
up now.
I also have like a really good one too.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to answer it?
If you get shot.
All right, say less.
Oh, it's me.
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Victor, do yours, and Q-Tip will do yours.
Yeah, go ahead, absolutely, man.
Sweet.
All right, so I am so sorry,
Trent.
Trent. So Trent, get this right. So you're being interrogated right now. Actually, wait, before I even say that, think of like your 5 closest friends.
Okay.
Just family, right? Family, friends. I'll
I
even
didn't
throw.
think of anyone, but it's fine.
Okay, then.
I'm just kidding, dog.
Alright. So you're being
Yep.
and so you're being interrogated right now, right?
Mhm.
You are facing life for racketeering. But
Yep.
the only way you're gonna get out of this is if you snitch on your 5, and each of your 5
That's what it was.
gets a 30. But
30 years?
yeah, but
Yep.
but if you plead the 5th, you get life. Like I'm saying, you're gonna get chips thrown at you, and you're gonna have like grown people being like, pick them up.
So basically 6'9" situation.
I think I'm gonna be a snitch.
Wow, that's
Oh.
fucked
Alright.
up.
Yeah, you're
I think I will. I don't know if I'd last very long in jail, if I'm being honest.
not last.
No, I don't think
Maybe
so.
So your 5 is so who's your 5?
So, Cole, you're fucked.
I know.
Oh,
That's
he's-
fucked up.
He
man.
get 30.
I don't want
I'm gonna
30.
say, y'all probably all
This
in
includes
here.
family too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So mom and dad getting a 30.
Mom, dad, and my bro.
God damn.
Man, you locked up, bro. Sorry,
Everyone
guys.
getting 30.
Sorry, guys. You're probably listening. My apologies, but yeah, I'm snitching you guys out. Sorry,
but
about
Man,
We're
that's
like-
so stupid.
If we're talking like if you're including family, I even said this to the barbershop. I don't think I could do it because my dad's done so much for me. I can't do him dirty like
That's
that.
fair.
Not
like-
because my
and-
dad was in law
so-
enforcement, so,
so-
I doubt he'd do any wrongdoing.
So in case you're wondering what type of crime I'm like talking about, you guys ever seen this in the movie Goodfellas?
yeah.
You're okay.
Nope.
After today, watch that. That's probably one of the best movies of all time. I am not kidding. I'm not kidding about that. But so in Goodfellas, they're in like the mob, and that's pretty much what like racketeering is pretty much like Rico.
Rico
Yeah.
charges,
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much like the leader of like a mob, and let's just say your mob of 6 gets busted, and you're like the ringleader.
Yep.
And then they give you this crazy plea deal saying that you can walk free, but you gotta snitch on your 5, and each of them is facing 30 to life. So
Yeah.
That's a really tough situation because you're gonna.
I mean, you're fucked either. Unless you go on like witness per protection, you're
Right.
fucked. That's
Yep.
that's the only way you're probably gonna get out of that. But even if you go on like witness, you're just your life is gonna be miserable.
I was gonna
Yep.
say back in '95 when the Oklahoma City bombing happened with Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols, the third accomplice, Michael Fortier, he backed out of the plan because he couldn't do that, but he promised to McVeigh, "I won't say anything though," and he got brought into court to testify against Nichols and McVeigh, and he got 12 years in prison, and now he's under witness protection. There was like an interview with his lawyer. They're saying, "Is he alive?" And he said, "Yes, he is." "Is he alive?" Well, he said, "Yes." He's like, "Where is he?" "I can't tell you."
Yeah,
you
not
don't defeat the whole
not-
purpose.
I'm pretty.
But McVeigh's dead. He was executed in 2001, and Nichols is in life.
Sean?
And Nichols is in prison for life at ADX Florence.
They can find
Damn.
someone to kill him for him.
He's picking up some of my chips.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna be honest. I just could never do prison.
Yeah.
I
that
just
would suck.
dude, it's just
So you're in the same boat, huh?
yeah. It's just like it's just tough for me because I'm a firm believer in like if you do the crime, you do the my time.
Yeah.
Right,
But
for
like
sure, for sure.
it's like
If you're handed a silver platter, right?
I'll just say this. There was a video I saw recently. It was called the Prison Beauty Pageant, and it's just grown men in like their underwear and tank tops, and you got a bunch of other grown ass men judging giving them like a score of 1 to 10, and,
Right.
and they're all screaming "pop ass."
You know
So
what's
I'm like-
happening after that.
And
shit,
that's what
too.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
After party.
like
After
if
party.
you want to get kids to stop doing harass shit, show them that video. I'm being dead serious. Like
Yeah.
I'm 23. I'm a grown man. Watching that, I was shook. I was like, damn.
Just
I'm
show
like,
kids
holy
that.
shit. That's actually terrifying.
Have you
believe
seen
it.
the movie Get Hard?
That sounds terrible, but no, I haven't.
Was it
Was it
Will
Kevin
Ferrell?
Hart?
Will Ferrell
Was that
and
who it
Kevin
was?
Hart.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
basically a
Basically-
pretty good movie.
He was
I don't remember it.
like a financial guy, and he got busted for money laundering, like scamming people.
But someone
And then he
stabbed him.
said, like, "Oh, you were gonna go away for years." And Kevin Hart's like, this guy is just like, "I'm gonna teach you how to survive prison, this and that." It's
But he
just-
wasn't actually a teacher because he's never actually been to prison.
Yeah, and then like white ass Will Ferrell, like Kevin
Yeah.
Hart brings him to the hood and starts hanging around like Southside Chicago guys, and he's like wearing like all that gear. He's like, so I in prison, I'm gonna fuck these guys up. I don't know.
There was a post I saw on Reddit, and the thread was, "What's your best advice to survive prison?" And one of like the answers was, "Mind your business."
Yeah,
Don't give
literally.
anybody
Makes
your
sense.
shit.
Yeah. So and like just a simple answer like that just tells me enough. If you don't do no dealing, you don't piss off the right person. The biggest reason is death, I guess. So
All right, I got one more, so I hope
Alright.
I don't get shocked. Victor, it's your turn to double up.
I'll bet. Gotcha. Oh boy.
If this hits
Shocker.
if this hits me, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, just-
Hit me.
Oh
Oh.
Okay.
3 for 3.
Yeah.
I respect
Alright.
it.
Fuck.
All right, Trenton.
I never get
say,
hit usually.
In a world, you're
In
in
a
the
in a world.
you're in the UFC.
In the world.
What would be more satisfying? What would you prefer? Would you prefer a first round vicious knockout of your opponent, who you've been talking mad? He's been talking mad shit to you, and it got personal. You finished him in the first round in a highlight reel,
Sure.
or a guy who you respect, and you go all 5 rounds with him. You beat the fuck out of him in the last 30 seconds. You submit him and just hear him quit. What would be more satisfying?
Give me the first round highlight reel. I don't know. You know, there's
in the
different
5
scenarios
round, you
for
literally
each.
beat the fuck out of him. Both his eyes are swelled. He is gushing blood. You have no scratch on you. You make him quit.
I think it would be more fun to make a point on someone in both those situations. The one guy you respect,
right.
sure, you know, it would make sense to go the full rounds, good fights for the fans, whatever. If you got beef with someone, I don't think there would be anything better than knocking them out in the first round.
Yeah,
Cold,
I agree.
highlight, cold on the mat. That's my answer.
Not even making them just like 5 rounds.
Don't
you just
care.
Torture them.
Don't care. If they're talking
Torture
shit
them,
like they're
man.
gonna last more than 2 rounds, I'll take them out
You got
in
him
the
in a
first.
rear naked. 30 seconds left in the 5th round. They're like, I quit. I can't do this anymore.
Nope, first round knockout. That's my answer.
Cole,
I'd do first round knockout too. I feel like it's more satisfying overall.
Q-tip.
Just put it in their face.
I think I'll take the knockout. Yeah, I think I'd rather just leave it clean and just get it done and be over with it, honestly. I think I'd be tired of it at that point, you know?
I am doing his ass just like Yakeem. I am about to hit him with like that freaking grapple spin kick. First round knockout.
Yeah.
See, honestly, I think I would go the 5 rounds
I
and
figured.
just torture the hell
I
out of that
figured
guy.
you probably would, yeah.
Because all these fighters, they all say all the time, like, I don't want to finish him early. I want to make him suffer.
Sure.
That's
okay.
fair.
Just, I want to hear the squeal in his voice. I want to hear him quit and beg, please don't kill me.
My only thing about
Jesus,
like I don't know that's he. It's not like he's like waterboarding him. I was gonna say if it's in like that many rounds, wouldn't it be like a close fight, or is he just dodging like the whole entire time?
He's just you're just better than him.
He's just a
Oh,
tank
just
and he's
better.
eating them or
just
what?
tank-
I
I mean,
get knocked out.
I could be interpreting the question wrong, but I just feel like if the fight keeps on going into rounds, that means it's like a compelling fight.
I agree.
Yes.
There's got to be a reason that he's still standing, whether you're
Right.
not doing your job or they're
Right,
protecting
that does seem
enough.
a little-
Because you don't want to knock him out early because you want to make him pay for all the shit he's been talking to
I
you.
suppose maybe that's the piece.
Because he'll just
but-
because
I'll-
later that night he'll still go back. He'll just be like, after knockout, okay, I feel good now. But like after the 5 rounds, like he needs to go to the hospital.
Sure.
He's in pain.
he'll
for
feel
a
it for a
week.
couple weeks or
Yeah.
months, whatever. Okay.
I just see it as just like if you beat someone that bad like the first round, they just have no bragging rights. It's just like if they even like try talking shit. All you gotta say is 1 round. That's it.
Or just post
Yep.
the photo
Just
of them
be like
Yeah.
be like you ain't shit. I'll rematch 1 round. that's all you gotta say.
Yep.
All right, well that's all I got for shock topics. Want to get in some football?
Let's get into some fantasy
The
football.
new season is coming up fast.
And I must say this off season spicy,
Very
Super
spicy.
crazy.
super
know,
fucking spicy.
You look at the off seasons and you say to yourself, "Man, nothing can get better than this next season." You're like, "Whoa!" Biggest thing for me about this off season, I think it was back in March. Tom Brady retires. I think 3 weeks later. Yeah, nah, I don't want to
Nope.
retire. And then his buddy Rob Gronkowski
Rob.
retires last week.
Yep.
Honestly, I saw that coming because
He's be up.
you know, like when Michael Jordan announced his retirement the first time, everyone was like, "Whoa!" Like this, and then he retires the second time, and everyone's like, "Yeah." It's kind of like with Gronk. The first time he retired, I was like, "Man, like he's still young," and this time I'm like, "Yeah,"
But you know why you retired, right? The first time.
because
Because he was gonna
damage he
get
took.
no, he was gonna get traded to the Lions.
he didn't
wasn't
want.
he?
He didn't want to go like to Detroit. I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
True.
He said if you trade me, I'm retiring, and
Yeah.
he basically, there
I
were
just-
rumors or something. He retired.
I just want to know what type of trade would it have to be for like the Lions to trade for Gronk. Like I want to know
Yeah.
what would you
Fucking
what would
good one.
what would you have to give up?
3
Seriously.
years ago, maybe
Calvin
Stafford.
Calvin Johnson was already retired, but they had Brady.
That's
Because you gotta
not
take this
true.
in consideration. Belichick doesn't like drafting for picks, and the only time he ever does go for picks if it's like during the draft. We saw that like twice in the last like 7 years.
Sure.
But I'm just kind of curious, like what type of asset pieces they would try to get for, and you gotta take it seriously. This is fucking Detroit. I mean,
Right.
what did they really got besides Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson had already been retired.
Already
at that
retired.
point.
That's what I'm saying.
They did have Golden Tate at that point, which he's solid, but he's not like
He wasn't
holy
great.
shit. Yeah, he was good, but he wasn't great.
Yep.
I don't know. In all honesty, like I heard about
Me
the Lions
neither.
thing, I was like, no way. Like, what do you?
I
Because
mean-
Belichick's like the king of trading something big for something nothing.
That's like that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like he wouldn't get traded just for picks unless it was like a fucking boatload of them.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
2
he
firsts,
doesn't-
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
To see his next draft picks, Bill Belichick doesn't go to the combine. He goes to the local grocery store and watches the guy
That's-
buying groceries.
Yeah.
Look at
Yep.
this. Look at his.
Oh,
arm
look at the
strength.
reach he's got, man. Dude.
I was gonna say that's
Monster
what,
reach.
like Kurt Warner. He was undrafted.
Yeah.
Before he went to the NFL, he was bagging groceries, and he's Super Bowl champion. Now he's in the Hall of Fame.
Random question: what's your guys' thoughts about Jaguars' salary utilization? I mean, Christian Kirk getting like that ridiculous supermax, and then you also got Trevor Lawrence with his contract as like a rookie, which is to be fair, I respect it because Trevor Lawrence, I'm gonna stand by this. Him and Trey Lance are 2 generational talents.
Yep.
It's just Trey Lance is in a better situation,
Much
but
better situation.
Yes.
way better situation. And I think he's actually gonna be really damn good next season or this coming season. But
Yep.
what's your guys' thoughts about the LA Jaguars, like in the sense of like their like utilization with contracts?
So last year in fantasy, I think my 5th pick, I took DJ Chark from the Jaguars because I looked at him like this guy's pretty good, and then I didn't start him. I started him the first week, he didn't do anything, and then the second week he did like 20-something points. I was like, shit, I need to play him. And then I'm at the airport. I started him 3rd week. I'm watching. He goes down, tears his knee open. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
got it.
shit.
On the first first or second play of the game, like,
Yeah.
you got to be fucking kidding me.
Damn.
I think DJ Chark going down was a big reason the Jaguars went 1-15 because he was really the only star. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, man.
I don't know though, but will Trevor Lawrence? I even asked because my dad's a big football guy. He's very knowledgeable, and I straight up asked him like, "Do you think Trevor Lawrence will turn out fine?" He said, "I think he will." Because he's very talented.
It'll take a few years, I believe.
But he said he'll be just fine. I just feel that he'll turn out fine. Because what was it when the first loss of the Jaguars? People were like, "This is his first loss since middle school." He went undefeated in high school and undefeated in college.
Yeah, well, it was quite a brutal awakening getting onto a shit team at that time. Well, except for James Robinson, who actually fucking stood out, but he was hurt. Still
Right.
most of it, but still, he was like their best asset on that team last year.
Oh, he 100% was last year. The only problem is he got injured, week 16, 17, something
Yeah,
like that
I
last
know.
season. He's not projected to play until, about December this season. So Travis
do?
Etienne is supposedly going to be the guy in Jacksonville leading the rushing, attack.
Over James
Who-
Robinson?
Because he's going to be injured. He's going to be injured for at least 6 weeks, supposedly. I don't remember what he tore. Must have been, I don't
That's
know.
right,
if it
he
was
did get
ACL or
hurt,
what,
yeah.
but
And just to think that the Jaguars were a pathetic organization, and they had that 1 year where they went to the AFC Championship
Towards
and
the
lost to the
Achilles.
Patriots, and right after
Oh,
that, they
yeah.
sucked
I will-
again.
That's
Yeah.
so stupid.
I-
They also had Leonard Fournette at that time.
I know.
I will admit something I'm very shameful about. That year they made the championship game. I had them predicting. I had like a prediction they were gonna make a repeat the following season, and that went downhill quick.
yeah,
Didn't
no.
they have Blake Bortles for that
Yes.
game too.
See, my
Blake
my defense was that their defense was going so my football philosophy is you don't need like a phenomenal quarterback. You just need a really good defense, a consistent line, and also really good coaching. That's just like my overall football philosophy.
Sure. So,
and if you put everything together, Jacksonville had that, except for I hate to say it, but Eagles kind of got in the way of that team.
Who did?
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, he was on defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey.
Then he went to the Rams.
Fournette wanted more of my money. Blake Bortles was fucking ass
He was just
cheeks.
trash,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think. Well,
I
offensive
forgot
line.
Ramsey was on their defense too.
Dude, Ramsey.
Yeah.
People don't believe me. I think him. Fucks his face. Tevin Coleman.
Tevin Coleman
Tevin Coleman.
with the
And
Falcons.
no, the linebacker.
Okay. Yeah, he's.
You
with
know
the
what I'm talking about,
Falcons.
right?
The running back.
Not the running back, the linebacker. He played at Florida State. I forgot his damn name. It's like Telvin something. He's not even in the league no more. He got in prison for some bullshit.
Damn. So
Yeah.
they don't even have him anymore.
I mean, it's long gone irrelevant. But I'm just saying him, Talvin, and Miles Jack were. Oh, and also Calais Campbell. Shit, that defense front was nasty. Oh, and also fucking AJ Bouye.
Yep.
Yeah, like that whole defense was
Wow.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do believe personally after like week 6, their Eagles got to them. Like, and when I say Eagles, they got sick of losing, and everyone wanted to get paid. I could be wrong about that, but that's how I just see it. Because I feel like after like 6 weeks in like the NFL, if you cannot win them games, it's just kind of like, all right, what
Better luck next year.
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
Point.
Eh,
Right.
not in most cases.
not always, but like for players like Ramsey, Jack, I mean, you lose, you
Some of those hard-headed guys.
games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just feel like the confidence drops a little bit.
What is
Yeah.
it that 1 year
That's fair.
before the Chiefs had Mahomes, they had Alex Smith as quarterback. They went 0-5 in their first games. Then they ran the table and won 11 straight and made
Really?
the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, shit. I mean, Giants
Mahomes
were
come back,
fucking
though.
0-6, and then
Don't bring that up.
but I say, and my fault, bro. And my fault.
Hey, man.
I mean, what's actually worse? Losing as a undefeated, highest Vegas odds ever to win the Super Bowl, and losing against the Giants, or losing against the Giants when like they start out 0-6.
Losing as an undefeated team. Absolutely. I know firsthand.
Yeah.
It's,
There's still a sore spot in there.
hey, don't feel too bad. I mean, what you got 4 or 5 rings out of that?
But
Yeah, you got enough.
but to
But
lose to
Yeah.
a journeyman like Eli Manning. Journeyman.
Well, unfortunately, before
You
the
won't
mock
piss off a
draft
decent amount of people
starts,
with that
I gotta
statement.
leave.
Oh,
I gotta be at work
dude.
at 5 a.m.
Can't say for
So,
another half hour.
no, I can't. I told you I was leaving at 9.
Well, what's
Oh,
that
shit.
half hour?
Yeah.
So,
Bay Records
Well,
fan,
you're out.
Cole is leaving the building.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, boss.
Nice to meet you too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
it's
I
been
mean,
a while.
yeah, it has been a very long time.
Been a very long time.
Yeah.
All right.
We shall see
Alrighty.
each other again.
I'll see you, Cole.
Yep. See you guys
See you,
later.
boss.
So,
Alrighty.
Oh,
I was looking at a couple weeks back. I was looking at Vegas odds, and to win the Super Bowl, the Vikings and the Patriots are actually tied for the even same amount of odds.
the Patriots?
Yeah, they're tied with the
Damn.
Vikings for the odds. The favorites, the
Interesting.
Buffalo Bills.
Well, that's what I'm
I
saying.
see
Like,
it.
I'm gonna be honest. The AFC North is gonna be a little tough. No, AFC is it AFC North or AFC East?
With
The Patriots, Bills, Miami, and Jets.
with the Jets.
Hey man,
Jets might
Jets
be.
could come up.
Actually, I don't know. They're just really young.
I know.
But they got a lot of star power though. I mean,
they got a ton of rookies. I mean, they got Zach Wilson.
Zach
not
Wilson.
Saying he's,
Oh.
Not saying he's really good, but we didn't really see his true colors last season.
You know,
they got another rookie wide receiver. First, if not second round.
Garrett Wilson's gonna be a
Brees
monster.
Hall.
Brees Hall's gonna be nice. Jermaine Jackson.
Yes.
I mean, no, Jermaine Johnson.
Yes,
Which
yes.
actually he's a Ian Prairie native, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
So is
Yeah.
So
He
is Blake
did-
Cashman on the Jets.
Blake Cashman too. Yep, they're both from Ian Prairie. No, I'm pretty sure Jermaine Johnson's from Ian Prairie.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Josh went to high school with Blake Cashman.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck?
But my thing is, the Patriots picked up Devontae Parker from the Dolphins. Which
Ooh.
so the thing is with the Dolphins
Devontae
is
Parker, so fancy.
the thing is with the Dolphins, they got Tyreek Hill, but is Tua gonna show up this year?
You didn't even mention their second best option.
Jalen
Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle, man,
Yeah.
Jay Waddle, yeah, he gonna be. So here's,
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill.
I mean, okay, but don't act like Jalen Waddle won't make it. I mean, I feel like Jalen Waddle is gonna be like enough to leave pressure off Tyreek.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
both fast as fuck.
Or vice
I-
versa. If you're gonna double
Trust
Tyreek,
me,
we'll give it
I
to
believe
Waddle.
the Dolphins are a very underrated team. Their defense was very underrated last year, and I remember mid-season I picked up because my tight end didn't do shit for me last year, and I picked up Mike Gesicki, and he did good things for me.
Yeah,
He did all right. Yeah, he did all right, huh?
I kind of like what the Dolphins got going on. First of all, I just want to say I really like Mike McDaniels.
Okay.
I like him for two reasons. One, dude is youthful as hell, and also his story is incredible. From my under understanding, dude has never played football in his life, but he's also a Yale graduate. And prior to that, he kind of got into the league through the Shanahans, and then eventually Kyle got him in. And when he was with the 49ers, he set up like a really good run. Excuse me. He set up like a really good like run plan, and that's basically just to utilize the receivers to be running backs and running backs to be receivers. Kind of like what the NFL is just transitioning to much today to become like all like spread.
It's like a staple almost. Yeah.
But now that you got Tyreek, you got Jalen Waddle. I keep forgetting the running back's name, but
so
he's
the
also
running
really
back
fast.
thing is an issue. They
Kenyon
got
Drake.
So
Yeah.
they got three guys. So they got who? Drake,
Kenyon
Mostert. They have what's the other guy?
That's what I was thinking of. And then they
They
also
got another guy too. I can't remember. Chase Edmonds.
yes,
Yeah.
which is like a receiving back. Though
Yep.
the way I see it is Mike McDaniels is going to transform this as his offense to what the NFL is going to be in the next five years. I think he's ahead of the MLB game because I do believe the NFL is going to transition to everyone's got to be able to play everyone. Basically, everyone's got to be a Deebo Samuel, and also we're going to see a lot more running backup play. Like I don't believe it's going to be like what it was a couple of years ago when you had like two guys at running back. I feel like it's going to be like pretty similar to baseball, where you're going to have like a close, a long, and basically like a close, long, and starting on a pitcher rotation. I feel like
Right.
it's going to be the same thing with running backs.
The running
essentially.
backs.
So I got a question for you about a certain player.
What's up?
Matt Ryan, washed up or still some left in the tank?
This is
Because now he has Jonathan Taylor, he has Pittman.
I think for his situation, I think he's actually going to be pretty similar to what Phillip Rivers was in, but I think he's going to be way better than Phillip. Like I say, there's going to be a lot more passing stats. I think my only question is, besides like Pittman, who else do they really have on like the offense?
What's their tight end's name?
Mo Ali Cox.
He's
He's actually not bad.
Sure, he's probably fine, but I agree. That's it.
But also again,
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor for sure. But but me personally,
T.Y. Hilton too.
I mean,
But he's kind of falling off.
Kinda washed.
I don't know about that. I mean, here's like my only thing about it. I do believe quarterbacks can make receivers good. Tom Brady has been doing it for like the longest time.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
but like I mean, we'll see though. I'll be interesting to see what the Colts are gonna plan ahead because I'm gonna be brutally honest. I think the way they did Carson Wentz was absolute bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I mean, dude did not have like a bad season at all. He did lose like a critical game against my Jaguars, but you can't really put one person on an entire team loss.
Yeah, on one specific game
exactly.
as well.
Like to me, I just don't think that's fair. I think he got out of a really, honestly, I think he got fucked over on a really good team. Like I mean, like when I say fucked over, I mean like I think the Colts gave up on him way too early.
Yeah.
That's just me, but we'll see. You know, I'll be interested to see what the Colts are gonna do because the Colts were hands down a playoff team. They just choked the last quarter of like the season.
Yeah, they fumbled the bag. Let's start this. And Victor, I put you as first because I'm curious. We're gonna do an 8-team draft, a little short. We usually do 12 teams, but
okay, so
be a little quicker, and we can get to some of these bigger names.
So is this like a fantasy draft, or is this like I'm actually building like a whole entire team?
Yep. So a fantasy football draft. Yep.
Okay,
so it's just the
football
offense,
draft.
obviously. Yep.
So I got the first pick.
Yep, we'll give you the first pick. We got 8 teams. I do have computers in between. Figured we can let you start with whoever you think is first, and we'll deliberate the players as they come up.
If I get the first pick, I'm trying to think.
I know it's tough. I mean,
see, the first pick is always hard because there's just so many options you can go with. Plus, I'm also gonna be honest. I am actually not the best fantasy Seattle drafter. Because I play a lot of Madden franchise and I build based off of that. But if we're going off of fantasy standards, I'm gonna need him because I think he's gonna do it again. Let me get Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, just ask him. He picked McCaffrey first last year.
That's tough.
And I warned him too. I was like, listen.
Yep. I think Derrick Henry is gonna do it again. Like I really do believe he would have broken the all-time record if he did not get hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
dude's a fucking mess.
Oh yeah.
One thing I love about Henry is like when I see him run, it's just such a clean running motion.
Yep.
You want to know something serious about that? Because like I was actually you ever watch Brett Coleman?
Yeah.
There was a video he was actually talking about that. That clean motion you're talking about is terrifying because you got to take into consideration that is a clean motion of a guy who is 6'3", 240 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking scary.
he's a big dude and he's moving that fast.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
smooth. Exactly.
So this guy right here, guess who his first pick was in the fantasy draft last year? His first overall pick.
Don't tell me it was a
I don't know
quarterback.
anything about
Yes,
that.
it was. And guess who it was?
I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson.
No.
Oh no, even better.
Go down.
Oh,
Yeah,
way
way
down.
down.
Okay. First of all, I'm just gonna say
Oh,
I am
remember
not
that.
accepting Lamar Jackson slander. But
Also,
if I had to
it
say
wasn't my pick. It was Landon's pick. I was with another guy.
Matthew Stafford.
Both drafting the team.
No, further down.
Jesus
is right.
Derek Carr.
Wasn't my pick.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Trey Lance, but the other guy.
Are you Das? Are you Das?
I didn't pick him.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy G, #1 overall pick last
My
year.
teammate
Jesus.
picked him.
And then his second pick was Justin Tucker.
No. It was Adam Thielen.
That's not-
Bro, your computer was on some perks.
Yeah.
I swear to God, no. Computers always draft really, really good for me. But you got QB and a kicker in the. Nah,
So what it
Take
was,
Mahomes.
right?
what I'm
So
saying.
he took his first year draft and had a buddy. I know what I'm doing.
I was doing
Didn't
the
know what he
draft
was
from
doing.
my apartment in North Dakota while I was FaceTiming these fuckers
Yeah.
in the basement down there. And I see Swayze, Jimmy Garoppolo. I was like, I was already drunk at that point. I dumped out the rest of my beer. I was like, okay, that's enough beer.
All right. So first player off the board, D. Henry. That's Cole's keeper as well. Cole is all about the Henry train. Jonathan Taylor, ranked #1 overall, does go to Team 2 in the first round of 8 teams. Q-Tip is next on the board. You got a couple options here. Do you want to look at a running back, wide receiver?
I want running back.
Running back. Next couple available. McCaffrey, Eckler with the Chargers, Dalvin Cook. What do you think? No wrong
I'll
answers.
take Eckler.
There are definitely wrong answers.
There are wrong answers.
You picked Jimmy Garoppolo.
I was gonna say Jimmy G is a wrong answer.
There are definitely wrong answers.
The only
in
reason
fantasy
you
draft.
didn't finish last is because Ricky stopped playing after week 3.
Ricky Mock.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's hey?
Ricky
Hey,
lost.
what's he up to?
I
haven't seen him.
Eau Claire now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's chilling.
I haven't seen him in a while. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah, he moved a month ago maybe or so,
Yeah.
and he's actually gonna go to
Yeah.
school there. I don't know for how long or just a semester or what, but
Nice. Good
give
for
that
him.
a shot. Yeah,
Yeah, good for him.
get out of St. Cloud a little bit, broaden his wings a little bit, right? You know.
I mean, I always feel like for some people they do gotta get out from like their hometown at some point.
Yep.
True.
And I feel like that's for some people. Not everyone, but some people.
Right, yeah.
I did that. So
I
did
mean,
he.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They're both
Like,
different states, but
So
still.
you
yeah.
know where I'm from, right?
New England.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's from Maine.
I'm from Maine. Yeah.
Wait, that's?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how me
wait.
and him really clicked.
Wait, what part of Maine?
Belfast.
Belfast, on the coast. It's like next to Rockland, Bangor. It's kind of close to those areas.
Okay. I gotta ask like a serious question.
Sure.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good is your guys' lobster?
Oh.
Lobster, it's 10 out of 10.
10. Okay. Because I heard
Now
a
you're
lot.
making it.
I heard a
It's
lot of
actually
good
very
things about like Maine lobster, and the
Yeah.
best thing I heard is you guys are able to make the big ass lobsters really good,
Yeah, we can make
which
some
is
really
just not
lobsters.
common.
Yeah.
See me, I have
Super good.
see my grandfather-in-law, my stepmother. They have a house in Cape Cod. I actually saw a Snap story today. My stepsister's there right now. In the town they live in, Wellfleet, Massachusetts, they're known for their oysters. Pick them every single morning during low tide. And let me
Nice.
just tell you, me and Josh went to Vegas for the Covington Masvidal fight, and we went to the MGM Grand Buffet for breakfast. And I'm sitting there eating an omelet. Josh comes back with a plate of oysters, and I was like, you know what? We have a house in Wellfleet, Mass. You know, it's always a good time for oysters. I took one. I was like, these are fucking terrible,
Damn.
like disgusting. And then the next day, I was like, ooh, crawfish. I never tried a crawfish before, and I'm like, how do I do this? And I like Googled it, and I ended up doing it. I got like this amount of meat.
That's how I feel like when you go to Red Lobster and get crab legs. It's like, was it really worth all that work to crack it yourself and peel that shit open?
Yeah.
Best dad.
With seafood, yeah.
Who do you pick? So I didn't mean to
Go for
cut.
it.
I didn't mean to cut.
We're getting off topic.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you guys off, but I'm just really intrigued. Like, who's he gonna pick?
Yep. So Q-Tip went Eckler.
Oh, you did
Team
go Eckler.
4,
Yeah.
McCaffrey. I'm on the clock, and I'm gonna just pick the number 1 wide receiver for fantasy football this year,
Cup.
Justin Jefferson.
Yes, sir.
Is he number 1?
Man,
So
no.
rank-wise, he is not, but I think in this
Hey.
new offense,
My hot take for this season, Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in my game.
Yep.
And I'm saying that as a Raiders fan who has him on Devontae Adams. Justin Jefferson is the best in the game right now.
I think so too.
And I don't even think it's even like a question.
Nope. I think he's really up there with obviously for obvious reasons Cooper Kupp, the whole gang, but he's number 1 in Minnesota obviously. Thielen, he's getting older. He's usually
Thielen
injured
still has
for
game.
4 or 5 games, right?
Thielen still has game.
He does. Oh, I am
He
not. This is him.
still has like a
hanging.
good. He still has like a good 3 more years in him.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just think I don't know what this new offense is gonna, or the new coaching staff I should say is gonna really do for us. But
So
I think he's gonna get more opportunities this year.
I have an interesting take, and
Yeah.
I know for being from Minnesota, this is something that we say every year. And I literally mean every year, even like the second year when we had Christian Ponder, we always say it. But I do believe this Vikings team is going to make the playoffs, like without a doubt. Because this is the way I see it. You are in a very troubling division between the Lions who are growing, but I don't think they have a chance against Green Bay or Minnesota. And then you got the Bears who are just nothing but question marks all across the board.
Yep.
Yep.
So within your division, I say you got 2 guaranteed wins, and then you got a back-to-back matchup between Green Bay, and then the rest of the schedule is actually not. It is still tough, but every team is beatable.
Isn't Devontae Adams with the Raiders now?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
And-
and Chandler Jones too.
Yes, sir. I mean, hey, Raiders. Okay, so here's like my other hot take. I was gonna say I got the AFC West. I got the Chargers winning my division, but I got the Raiders in the conference finals.
Okay. I like it. I'm excited for that Derek
you-
Carr matchup.
This whole time I thought you were
Adams.
a Vikings fan, but now you're Raiders. So
I
I gotta
am-
ask you.
I'm kind of okay. So I grew up watching the Raiders, but like being around like my like friends the most, I really kind of grow on like the Vikings. I'm just gonna be honest. Watching the Vikings is so fucking frustrating.
Yep.
But also, this is coming from someone who had to watch the Raiders that were constantly no playoffs. Make the playoffs, but Derek Carr gets fucking get hurt. No more playoffs. No playoffs. And then we somehow make the fucking playoffs despite the amount of like adversity that was out there.
And then you're sitting next to a guy like me who hasn't had any of those problems.
Shut up.
So since I just found out you're a Raiders fan, last season, what was your reaction to the Henry Ruggs accident?
It's dumbass.
I know.
It's not even like, I mean, I'm not even, this is just beyond being like a fan. This is just based off of just being responsible and being like a
human.
decent human being. What he did, he should be my punch to like the highest degree. I don't know how anyone can like defend him, even like the most diehard of like Raider Alabama fan you are. There is no way you can excuse driving 126 fucking miles down like a main road with like a nice car. You hit someone, you killed someone, and their pet, and on top of that, you had a loaded firearm.
Right.
You are not getting out of there.
Yep.
And especially while the season was going on, like, you know, Gronkowski always says, I saved my partying for the off season. It was, week 4, I think, and Josh drafted him.
That's
And
tough.
Josh went on to win fantasy, but he was like, God damn, like, that was
Yep. It was a big
hell.
blow. It was a big
Because
blow.
he had so much potential, but now, who was it on the Raiders that actually defended him, like saying he's a human, he makes mistakes? It wasn't Gruden.
It was Derek Carr.
It was Derek Carr, Nick Saban, and also Darren Waller. Now, here's the thing about it. I do believe that yes, you make mistakes, but with those mistakes, you serve them on consequences. And when I say that, I do believe Henry Ruggs made a terrible mistake, and this is going to be a burden on his entire career. But besides that, I think this should set an example to anyone that really wants to drink and drive. That's why I am a very anti-driving under the influence.
And flexing your fucking car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not even that. It's just the fact that like it was just irresponsible, and you took lives from that. So that's why I took it. I'm gonna be honest. I was very disappointed by it because when I first got like the news. So when I first got the news, it was actually reported as he got into a car crash. I'm like, oh shit, is he fine?
Yeah.
And then I read the comments, and I was like, that's fucking bad.
Even
Yeah,
a
I'm just
couple weeks ago, like, I was just refreshing my mind, and they came out with surveillance from, like, an apartment building of him speeding by, and I was like, holy fucking
like
shit.
that's
Like, this is like a residential area, and he's like, he zips right through. I was like, holy shit. Like, bro, were you doing coke that night, too?
But like, it wasn't even just like Henry. It was also Damon Armanet, and also there was like another Raiders that was also like another Nate Cobb too. I'm gonna be honest, the Raiders should have. I mean, as much as like I love bragging about making the playoffs, we should have never been in that position to make the playoffs. I'm just gonna be honest. We had too many off the field problems. There was a lot of inconsistent games that we should have won and lost. But this also gives me more respect to Derek Carr. That's why I say Derek Carr is the backbone of this team. I do understand he doesn't have any playoff wins, as most of my friends are Vikings fans always say how many playoff wins does he have. Which my response to that is, all right, then include Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer in the conversation. But I do believe that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just think it's just like an irrelevant stat to say a quarterback has no playoff wins.
Rich Gannon.
Okay, we're not taking no Rich Gann slander. That man was an MVP. I'm not taking no Rich Gann slander. But
I mean, if he walked by me on the street, I would have no idea who he is.
To be fair, I really didn't even know who he was till like a couple of years being like a Raiders fan. I just saw him on like a random top 100 Raiders film. But anyways, going back to what I was saying. That's why I have the most respect for Derek Carr, because that's how you take adversity. Like the way he was able to handle like that whole entire situation, like the Raiders with Gruden, Henry, Arnett, Rugg, and he was still able to make it. I think that really shows leadership, and that's why I really respect him a lot for what he's able to do as a quarterback on and off the field. Plus, also, I think now this year is really going to prove like how great of a quarterback he is, because now he has like a true number one receiver.
Yeah, we can definitely say one thing. He's a lot better than his brother was.
His brother was a bust.
Yeah, I actually
question.
met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know if I told you this, but back in 2017, I got a job working the fan experience at the Super Bowl that was in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And I was standing right next to a guy I was working with, and David Carr walked by, and the guy said to him, he's like, hey, I really loved watching you play at Fresno. He's like, thank you. This and I shook his hand, then he shook my hand. Absolutely. I also met Kevin Hart.
Okay.
He is adorable. He's this tall. Like, so he walked by me. He was in his shades. He was like standing there like this. Like, he was talking with Shannon Sharp and fucking Randy Moss. And then, like, so the interview was over, and then he was like walking by. And like I said to him, like, hey Kevin, like, I loved your last movie. It was great. He turned, like, he had his sunglasses on. He like turned, looked at me. He said, hey, thank you. Like, he shook my hand, and he walked away, and I just started laughing. I was like, he didn't say anything funny, but he's so adorable.
I was Oh wait, who has the next pick?
Justin.
We-
All right, let's
we
get
thinking
through 3, 4, maybe rounds, and then we better cut it. 'Cause we are going to do a UFC special episode as well right after this.
Absolutely,
So
this one's over.
if you're listening to this part in the episode, make sure you stay tuned for later this week. Justin, you were on the clock here. This is the next available towards the bottom here. Who are you picking for this 8-man?
Oh, Jesus, Jamar Chase is right there.
I mean,
See Dalvin. Give me Najee Harris.
Najee.
Najee, interesting. Okay.
So, if I were you, I wouldn't pick Najee. Don't mind him. I just am not confident in this Pittsburgh situation. What's going on here? They got Pickett, sure, but it sounds like they're starting.
Roethlisberger's gone now,
No,
too.
not even that. I say they could still have a winning season because Mike Tomlin.
Absolutely. He's never had a
That's true.
losing season as a
Yeah.
coach.
That's
And
true.
I mean, like, in the dude has faced so much adversity. I mean, dude literally still made the playoffs with a fucking beat down Ben.
Not
mean,
to mention
100%.
drama
Yeah.
with AB.
With AB and Le'Veon.
Yep.
So,
Here's the problem. Mitchell Trubisky is starting with the starters in practice. Looks like he's set to start week 1. Kenny Pickett, the rookie of this NFL draft, is starting with the third-string guys.
and then,
What do you think?
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yep, no problem. So Kenny Pickett is the rookie Pittsburgh picked for quarterback. He's taking reps with the third-string team members. And Mitchell Trubisky is expected to open as a starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
See with like drafting a quarterback, was that a first round pick you said?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Pickett-
Pickett was
Pickett
first
was
round.
first
Yeah.
So I'm
Middle to late first round, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know if it's worked out for some quarterbacks, but the majority it hasn't worked out. Getting drafted first round, then all of a sudden getting thrown in the fire. It really just depends on their instinct, like who
Mac
they are as a
Jones.
person. Mac Jones,
But
absolutely.
that's on the
but,
Patriots.
But that's
That's
always like a coin flip. Like, is the first round pick throwing them into the fire? Is that the right thing to do? So it's tough to say if he will start first week.
I don't see it. I say it's gonna be given to Mitch because even like guys great as like Mahomes and Elma Herbert, they didn't even start their first couple weeks.
Yeah, Mahomes
Right.
was backup to Alex Smith.
Dude,
Yep.
Herbert literally got in because a doctor fucked up Tyrod.
Yep.
So I mean, like that's initially like how like let's just say Tyrod had like a mid-season. And Herbert never played that first year. We would never even know about Justin Herbert.
It's true. Yep. Nope, that's
So-
probably true.
But like the way I see it is, it's actually interesting you asked that because the way I see it is, this is just me and this is just what I've just noticed the last like six drafts. Most of those guys that get selected in like the first round do not pan out, and I do believe that's because they get rushed into a system way too early.
Yeah.
Like, example of where it actually did work out was Cam Newton.
Yeah,
For the first couple years.
for the first couple years,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, but after his MVP season it went downhill, but like for the first couple of years, like it was like, okay, like he belongs here.
Might be something, right?
Yeah.
Well, next couple off the clock by Team 8, back-to-back picks, Jamar Chase and Dalvin Cook. That's a great start to a team right there, if I do say so myself. Justin, back on the board. Got a couple options. You want to look at a wide receiver now? You want to go double running back? What are we thinking? So here comes Devontae Adams.
Oh man, this is tough. Wait a minute.
So you think a little bit. So Victor,
Give me Stephon Diggs.
Diggs. Okay, I
Diggs,
like
all
it.
right.
I like
Most
it.
targeted, most catches.
So that's awesome. You're a Raiders fan because I think
I think they're gonna go pretty far this year.
They're-
I think Derek Carr and Adams' relationship at Fresno, right? They both played at Fresno as well.
Yeah.
I think it's something's gotta click.
It's not even that, but taking consideration that the way I see the Raiders this year is they really put it together not only as like a team but as like a family. Max Crosby and Carr purposely took like extensions to make up room to get Chandler Jones and also to extend Derek Carr.
Chandler Jones is a fucking snake.
Like, so to me, that just says that like these guys want to win like within the next year to. I mean, I say within the next 2 years, they're gonna be relevant in the playoffs.
In my personal opinion,
I agree.
I believe the Raiders have the best uniforms, and I think they have the best logo too.
Thank you.
Because here's
Thank
the
you.
thing. The uniforms are so great that they never had to change them.
Yeah,
It's just
tradition.
simple, the black and
There you
white.
go.
It's-
The logo's never changed. There's a reason it hasn't changed because everyone loves it.
Dude, I kid you not. I was having this like argument with a buddy of mine. He's like a diehard Alabama fan, and he was telling me saying Raiders uniforms are boring. I'm like, dude,
Bro.
when the
stop
fuck
it.
when the fuck did Nick Saban ever change Alabama?
Yeah, dude.
It's
stop
just
it.
like
Come on.
it's like, bro, just like I get it, like the Raiders have been asked for the last like decade, but like you cannot make that argument with me at all.
It's just the best jerseys are the most simple ones.
They're just simple and there's just a lot of tradition. Wait, sorry, what's up?
Nope, you're good. I made my next pick.
I even like the white jerseys with the silver that they started throwing on there.
Those are so sexy.
I feel like each team has like 5 different alternative jerseys.
The
Low-key, don't
Patriots this year are actually bringing back their throwback.
they? Seen
The
that.
red,
The
yeah, I
red.
saw that.
And a
Yep.
lot of
I'm
people gave them
excited.
shit like when they changed it. They're just like, that was perfect. Like the logo with the Patriot like hiking the ball. That's a nice fucking logo.
Yeah.
Uniforms are nice. And
I kind of feel like it's like a 70s logo though. I don't know why. I do like it, but it's I like it probably for that classic kind of look and feel,
True.
honestly, more so than anything else. But so for me, my second pick, I did go with Swift.
Yeah, I just have good pick actually.
Reason why, I mean, he blew up last year. I think he's bound to do it again this year. I don't see anything. I don't see him regressing much at all.
things that sucks, people don't really notice it because he's on a shit ass fucking
Right.
team.
He's on a shit team, but he's probably the best guy they got. I mean, you got
Jared Goff.
Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. But
St. Brown's good.
wide
Well, now
receiver.
they also have DJ too.
DJ Shark.
Yes.
Picked
Really,
him up.
You never.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they picked them up during free agency.
there's been so many moves
And
this
Goff
offseason.
and C.
Team 4 pick Nick Chubb's Q-tip on the board, on the clock. You went running back first round. Want to go with one more, or are you looking for another wide receiver here?
Yeah, I think I might go right wide receiver here.
Yeah.
It's a tough choice though.
Top wide receivers on the board. Adams did go off as well. I forgot to mention. The other computer picked Devontae Adams, which
Yep.
was bound to happen there. We do have Kelsey at tight end. Then it's Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, man.
Tips like they all sound the same. I don't know anything.
No, I just don't know. Now that the top picks off the board, I just don't know where really to change up. Give me Deebo Samuel.
Deebo. I like it. I like it.
Fair enough. I like that pick.
I like it. I do think he's going to regress pretty decently this year. Do I think he's going to be terrible? No. Not by any means. But supposedly he's not going to run the ball. And there's this whole contract ordeal, too, that was kind of happening.
I want to know your guys' take on that.
Yep.
About, do you think Debo reasoning for his contract is justified? As in being like a two-way hybrid player, he wants to be paid as like a receiver. Because here's like my personal take on it. This is the way I see it. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say your employer asks you to do more tasks.
Yep.
More responsibility means more of a pay to a point.
Yep.
I think it's fair. Debo wants more of money and to be paid as like a receiver because you're asking him to run routes, catch the ball, block, and also run the ball.
Right.
So you're literally asking him to do
Everything
receiver,
but throw it.
Well, I mean, honestly, he's been throwing the ball too with like the
Too.
49ers. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally a one-man gadget.
Yep.
If from my perspective as like a businessman, I say it's a fair argument.
I would say so too.
I do
When you
as
put
well.
it that way, yes.
Yeah.
the thing for me is, I mean, we kind of talked about the Christian Kirk thing, and I believe he's still the number one
Christian
paid wide
Kirk
receiver
getting
out of
paid
nowhere.
that much fucking money as a second string. You're
Yeah.
telling me Debo can't get a supermax is atrocious to me.
Right. So that's the thing for me. It all obviously comes down to money. Does he want to match what Kirk is making, if not more? Obviously.
Oh, 100%.
Is that in the
100%.
salary cap for the San Francisco, 49ers though?
I would say
Probably
not even the Niners. I would say arguably any team to be honest.
True.
Like
Yeah.
like I do believe he could be within like the top 5 most paid players. Like in the sense of of his position.
Yeah, I think he should, due to his abilities and what they're asking for him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting what they truly do with him this season. That's the question.
Yeah.
Team 2 auto pick. Travis Kelce, first tight end off the board. Victor, you got 2 back-to-back picks here.
All right. Where am I? Let me see.
Yep.
Okay.
Bring this a little closer. We got Mixon on top, Kamara next. You do have Derrick Henry as the first pick, though, however. But again, you got 2 back-to-back.
Who are the other tight ends? Let me
Yep.
just take a look.
Yep. We'll go with the tight end.
Surprise Camaro.
Mark
went that
Andrews,
well.
Pitts as well on the board.
Let me get.
Here's the puppy.
Oh, where they at?
We're gonna finish this round, and we'll skip to our UFC video right after this one. So, what do you got, Victor? What are we thinking?
Let me get George Kittle and Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
He's gonna jump on you, so just shut him down.
I am just closing this.
Oh, okay.
All right. So George Kittle off the board. I do like Kittle immensely. I had him last year. Injury prone. I hated it. But
I look,
great guy.
I get it, but I'm taking into consideration that Debo is going to leave, and with Trey Lance being a quarterback, Kittle is gonna be the number 1 option right next to Brandon Ayuk.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna take that in consideration. Honestly, I was really tempting to pick Kyle Pitts, but then I had to take in consideration this is not Madden, this is fantasy.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck. It's like I really like Kyle Pitts a lot. It
Me
just
too.
sucks because he's double teamed every fucking play.
Yep. He's
So,
the only weapon out there.
That shows something.
yeah, I mean
does.
that shows a lot. But like now with like having Drake London, I think my only question is this: is their quarterback? What's their quarterback situation? Because apparently it's Marcus
Mariota. Yeah,
It's
Mariota.
was Mariota and also Desmond Riddler.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes.
So-
was he a rookie? No, he wasn't a rookie this
Yeah.
year, was he?
Yeah, honestly, it was a tough one to pick tight end because I really wanted Kyle Pitts was kind of out of the equation just because.
What do you think about Mark Andrews? You mentioned Lamar Jackson earlier. There's not a ton of wide receiver options out there. Marquise Brown now.
Rashad Bateman?
Yeah, Bateman is number 1 now this year.
I think Bateman's gonna be nice. I do believe Mark Andrews is gonna be like the number 1 option, but I'm still taking my take with like Kill
I like it.
just because they utilize him kind of similar to Travis Kelce. Like they run with him and they also pass with him a lot. But Kill is kind of like a question. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It was really tough, but I just took into consideration who's gonna do more, and I just took Kill and I looked at it from like all across the board. I mean, dude rarely runs the ball, but when he does, he runs the ball, catches the ball phenomenally. If Jimmy Garoppolo is on point,
Yep.
and then also he can block.
Yep.
Which I know isn't relevant to fantasy points, but I'm just saying, like, if you
More
got
field time. It's more time on the field.
It's more exactly. That's
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yep.
yeah.
Definitely. I definitely like it.
So.
Number 3 pick. Victor, back to you again.
Wait, me?
Yeah, back to you. Back to back.
Oh.
Starting round 3.
Tyreek
Starting
Hill.
round 3. T. Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Yep.
T.
I don't
Hill.
think we even
We'll
need to
take it.
discuss
We'll
that.
take it.
Yeah.
And we did kind of talk about that one as well. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I think Tua's gonna be okay. Oh, you can't throw the ball. I think he's gonna be fine. I think the deep ball is gonna be fine.
I think under Mike McDaniel's system,
Yep.
don't be surprised to see Jalen Wall and Tyreek Hill run the ball a little bit.
Yep.
Which if you run the ball, that is still fantasy points, depending if you're playing in a PPR league or not.
Yep.
So
Yep. No, I like it. I think Hill should be the number 1 option. It's just gonna be. I don't know. Who knows
gotta
what's
be
gonna
the
happen?
number 1
Who
He's
knows
gonna be
what's gonna happen?
do you know how much they pay him? He's got to be number 1.
It's gotta be.
I mean, with the amount of money Miami gave to him, he's definitely number 1.
And I just thought about this. Towards the end of last season, Miami was talking about when they did get Hill that they were going to put him into a Debo Samuel type role as well to give him more opportunities on the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like that
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel system, man. Like I'm telling you, like that. I do believe Miami is going to be solid. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but I do believe they're going to cause some problems in their division.
I think they're going to do well
Oh,
nonetheless.
shit.
Doggo.
Hey, let the beast in.
Who's next?
Let him in.
Q-Tip.
Oh boy. Give me Camaro.
Oh, holy shit.
Alvin
push him down if you
Kamara.
want.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, we let him in.
What's up, dude?
We'll figure it out.
He loves meeting new people.
We're almost done up here. Anyway.
He's got the puppy energy.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, we're just talking This is Victor.
How's it going?
Cuts my hair. Looks like Dion.
Wait, he cuts your hair? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you like a barber or
Josh, does he
something?
look
Or?
like Dion?
Yes.
Yes.
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to speed through the end here, and then we're going to move on to our special UFC main event pay-per-view this afternoon. Josh, welcome to the show. I'll give you my pick. We got an 8-team mock draft here, kind of just put all the main guys on spotlight here. This is my team so far. I got JJ, the #1 wide receiver for this year. No debate there.
Yeah.
And D Swift, possibly one of the top 3 running backs this season. We'll see what happens. Who? What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? Huh?
I mean, what do you got? What do you got left? I don't know.
Everything. This is
Yeah,
the top
Mixon,
here.
CD,
So
you got
if this was me, I would pick Mixon. Done story. He's gonna get the ball all the time. But Josh is here, and he doesn't like the Cincinnati Bengals. Do you, Josh?
I mean, as of
He
now,
does.
on that lineup, I'd probably take CD Lamb, honestly. The only tough part is this so early right now that it's really hard to know. I know he's dealing with some kind of issue or something at the moment,
Yep.
but he's going to be the #1 guy in Dallas. Everybody knows
Facts.
that Dak throws up the ball religiously. I mean, they hardly use their running backs.
Yep.
Um,
No more Amari Cooper. He's
Obviously.
in Cleveland. Michael Gallup injured for the first 6 weeks as well. 6 weeks as well.
Right, yep.
but it's hard to. I mean, at this point, it's hard to kind of pass. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, a lot of
Yep.
people are saying that Dak Prescott is the most overrated quarterback.
Yeah, but
in
he
the
rips
NFL.
the ball. He's like fucking.
I was gonna say
Aaron
last
Rodgers,
season
that's what I was
he just
thinking.
came off his injury. This
Yeah.
season he's a whole year
Hey,
after
Josh.
that dealing with it.
Josh,
He's
you
gonna be-
Yo,
want a beer?
sure.
That's not even
Yeah.
a question. Come on now.
Yeah.
What we got here? What is this?
Drecker.
We got some sours and some IPAs.
It's a sour.
Sour, huh?
Yeah.
Pull in finishes, but I feel fine.
All right, do I gotta pull out the heavy
like it.
artillery?
Heavy artillery.
The McGoldens.
Oh yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Maybe we need to say it for UFC. Huh?
Yeah, save for the
All right,
UFC.
Say
Justin,
less,
you
say
got
less.
one final pick here. Then let's round this episode off. Justin, give us a quarterback. Let's get a quarterback taken here. There's only one off the
there's not
board.
even, that's not even a question.
Josh Allen
Yes.
is the already first one off
Yes.
the board. Give us another take.
Oh, look who just walked in!
Oh, hey, Justin.
Jesus Christ.
I'm still on the board. You should pick me.
Is this Mac Jones?
Oh, no, I'm Patrick.
Oh, what's up, Mahomes? What's going on, buddy?
Are you going to pick me this year?
I'm like, I don't know, Patrick. You lost your best friend.
Don't even bring it up. Oh, I'm still hurting. Just pick me.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
No. Oh, my God. See you guys later. Thanks for me out and get my records. All right, bye.
All right, bye,
See you,
Patty.
bitch.
Bye,
Speaking of
Patrick.
Pat Mahomes, that's going to be
Big
a
on
very
thought.
good pick moving into the season. Although he lost his #1 guy, they are very deep at receiver. I don't trust
So who was?
any...
Would you say that Hill was his #1 guy or
Yeah.
Kelsey?
No, Hill was his #1 guy. I don't think anybody other than Kelsey is going to be a safe pick as far as
I agree.
wide receivers. I think it's going to be very matchup oriented. However, I think that
Didn't they get
Patrick
Juju?
Mahomes, yes, I
Yes.
think Patrick Mahomes is going to do very, very. I think Juju is going to be an iffy pick, honestly. They're very, very deep. I'm just looking at this first line. You got Juju, Mecole Hardman, MVS. Even on the coming off the bench, you got Gordon, Sky Moore, Cornell Powell's a good one to look for, and even you got Corey Coleman as the 4th stringer.
Fuck.
I mean,
Since
they are deep.
All right.
Since we are talking about the Chiefs, I do have a interesting question that I've literally been asking every client at my shop.
Okay.
AFC West, first two of them are last. By the end of the season, what's it gonna look like? It's
Tough
this.
division.
This is a
Yeah.
really fucking
This
tough
is
division.
the division.
Now that Wilson's the quarterback. for the
Okay,
Broncos.
wait. time
Kansas
out.
City,
Thi-
Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
You got the Broncos. Stop. You got them that high?
So okay. So no, let me re-rate. So I was just listing them off. Okay. Let me rate them. I'm gonna say Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Kansas City.
That's me. Yep.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm saying Kansas City could finish okay, before I say this, I just want to make something really clear.
Yep.
This is the only division, and I really do mean this is the only division that any team can finish first, any team can finish last.
Yep.
Is that competitive? But with that being said, I would not be surprised if Kansas City did finish last for one specific reason. What's their defense looking like?
True.
True.
That
Even
is-
if they did finish last, I don't see like a 4-12 record.
I'm not saying they're gonna be four. No. That's
You know-
why I say any team can finish first, any team can finish last. That does not mean they finish last 4-12 unless they got absolutely brutal with injuries.
So with that pick, I'll take Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah. We locked it in like
Thank you,
We locked
Justin.
it in like last year. It's fine.
You're awesome, bro.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, get the
crazy.
fuck out of here, Pat.
We could have our first.
You blew a lead to
all-playoff
Joe Burrow.
division.
That's
with
not
the,
bringing
with
it
the
up.
addition of the third wild card.
I
You
don't-
could see a full because theoretically they could all go 10-6.
It's just hard
Could.
because you got another really tough division. The AFC
West,
Steelers, Bengals.
North.
That division
North,
is also
yep.
really fucking tough too, because you got. Well, I did say the Browns, but Deshaun's gonna be Deshaun. Then you got the
There's
Bengals.
there, I don't
You
know.
got a healthy Ravens, which people have been sleeping on, and then you got the Steelers, who got
Question.
who got Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
So I don't
He's
know.
always in the
I
mix.
just
Yep.
all four. Has that ever happened?
What?
All four teams making the playoffs in one division?
No, I don't think that's possible because whoever wins the division gets in. And remember, there's been teams that went 7-9 and got into the playoffs.
Correct.
The Seahawks, for example, the Panthers.
But last year I even said the NFC West was going to be a 3 playoff team
Oh, wait.
division, and I even say this year the NFC West is going to be 3. 4 though, I don't think. Could
No,
4 even
actually-
happen?
Actually, no, because I remember they changed the rules last year. Now there's 3 wildcard teams, and only the number 1 seed gets a bye week. So it is possible, but mathematically, it's really hard.
With that, I am not no mathematician by any means, but by the sounds of it, it seems like either every team's got to have at least a tie within that conference alone, or every team has to at least have 9 wins. But even that, there's no guarantee they'll make it in.
Norris,
No.
remember, there's
Yeah.
17 games now.
Yeah, and
True.
that also. I don't know if 4 is possible. I could definitely see 3, but if I had to say I'm on 3, I would say it would be Chargers, Raiders, and it's just I really do want to say the Broncos, but it's just if you're banging against the Chiefs, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
so to wrap up this episode, Victor, I want to hear way too early Super Bowl prediction. Way too early. Way too
That is
early.
way too early.
I do this every year, and it seems like I always get the conference games right, but I don't get the final. If I just say way too early this year, let me think. I just gotta think of teams that are gonna be content, and the teams that I think that are gonna be long term healthy. So if I gotta think about it, let me think. Oh, this might piss some people off if I say this.
We're gonna say the
Because
Raiders.
we did one a couple months back, a way too early prediction, and I said Buffalo and Dallas. That was
Dallas are frauds.
but that was a couple months back.
That was just like
before
Green Bay.
Cooper-
They can't get
I'm
past
just saying,
the
Dallas are
divisional
fr-
round.
If I had to say way too early Super Bowl prediction, this is tough because it's honestly there's 4 teams I think that could honestly make it, but if I had to say, I'm gonna be my bias.
Say it.
Raiders and Bucks.
Yep, let's do
the
it.
2 pirate teams.
Raiders and
I
Bucks.
got
Rematch
Go
of
up
2002.
Chargers and the boys.
Really?
Cowboys, huh?
Chargers and the boys. I don't think the boys are gonna win, but
Cowboys. Dude, people are underestimating them. That conference is coming back. Eagles are gonna be really tough, and Commanders might be a dark horse.
yeah.
All right, and here's another one. Way too early. Season MVP.
Season MVP, Josh Allen.
Deshaun
Josh
Watson.
Allen.
Josh Allen.
I think so,
I think Josh Allen is just going to relapse from last season. He's gonna have a really phenomenal playoff run, but then he's just gonna get fucked over again.
Yep. I think MVP for this year, Deshaun Watson.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
0 starts all year. He's going to be
we said
suspended
this
all year.
season, not in 2 seasons.
Oh,
from
right.
now.
Gotcha. Might be the MVP in prison though for a year, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Pick up the
when I
soap.
give my way too early. When I give my way too early predictions, even my boy Max, who was my roommate in the internship lesson, he asked me a way too early MLB World Series. I hate picking like the cliche answer, like saying like for MLB, Yankees, Dodgers. Like to me, that's
That
like
could happen.
It
That could happen. I mean, Yankees are pitching really good, and Dodgers are just absolutely loaded.
It could, but I just hate picking those cliche like. Oh, like the Vegas odds says they're going to be a favorite, so they're going to be in there. I don't like picking.
Like the Patriots, right? They always make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the
I gotta
odds
break the seal. Hang on. So, I mean, you guys keep
All right, you
going.
broke it.
Alright, for sure, we're good.
God. So like I said, I hate picking like the leader of the odds because I'm always a firm supporter in the team that nobody ever thought would come in and win. So I could absolutely see the Bengals being back in there again. And in the NFC, oh wow. I'm gonna say it. I think we're gonna have a rematch. Bengals Rams.
I'm with you. I'm taking Rams, and
But this time, I think the Bengals will win.
I think so.
Because if you think about it, last play of the game on that 4th down, I don't know if you guys have seen that photo. Right as Aaron Donald came and sacked Burrow, Jamar Chase broke wide open. If he had just had 1 second extra, Bengals take the lead and win it all. The Super Bowl this year is in Arizona. So
It is. So too bad the Cardinals suck. So it's fine.
Oh, they don't suck.
I mean, Hopkins out for
They're just
first 6
they're just
games.
But they also have
Kyler Murray,
I remember I picked him on fantasy last year just as a whatever. James Conner. Oh my God, that was such a great pickup.
Yep. No, James Conner should be good again.
I think the Cards
He's back.
9-8.
James
What's
Conner.
up, White?
Yeah.
They're gonna be mediocre.
Yeah.
What's up, Max?
I don't know. Kyler just fell off last year. I kind of lost a lot of faith in him. I had him the season before. He just didn't show up last year. My too early prediction: Rams. I'm gonna go Chargers.
Okay.
Mixed up a little bit.
LA versus LA.
Yep.
Yeah. So my way too early prediction. I said rematch last year. Bengals Rams.
You know, I said that this year with like the 49ers and Chiefs because I really had like the 49ers going pretty far. Even though I was not expecting them to go as far as they finish out the season, but like I really do believe collectively they're a really good team, and I think that playoff game against Green Bay really showed that. Because when their offense and I take it back. When their offense failed, their defense and special team is picked up. Unfortunately, the Rams were just way overpowering for them.
And I don't know if you obviously went to go break the seal, but I was even saying, did you see? So on that 4th down play where Burrow got sacked by Donald, did you ever see that leaked photo of right as he got sacked, Jamar Chase completely burned Jalen Ramsey and was wide open going to the end zone?
that
if
would
Burrow had 1 more second.
That wasn't even like a leaked picture. I saw like the replay of that at the certain Super Bowl, and I was like, wow, first of all, that just proves to you football is a game of inches. And like that just goes to show you that's why every piece is important. That's why I don't like blaming quarterbacks. That's why I don't like blaming offensive line. That's why I blame everyone like equally because it's a game of inches. Your little mistake could be like a chain effect to everyone else.
Correct.
And my coach,
Even though Butler and Ricardo Lockett, for example.
Even though like when I was playing at high school on my ball, we only won like two games my junior and senior year my combined. It was pretty brutal. But there's one thing I learned: every single person matters, from the first string to the third, to being on the offensive line, to being the quarterback. Everyone matters.
You're only good as your practice squad players.
That's 100%. And like this goes back to why I said that's why I hate the Derek Carr slander of no playoff wins. It's like I get it. They don't have any playoff wins, but that's a team effort. That's not player in
Listen,
like,
as somebody who played high school hockey and was very underrated, I don't want to say that, but then again, is he really going to see this? My coach, I love the guy to death, but I really deserve to be a starting player. He kept me on 4th line all my senior year, And, everybody on the first line, even the juniors, like the sophomores, like they would pick on me because I'm not starting. As much as I know I beat the fuck out of them,
It's
I
competition,
would
man.
still say to them, listen, I'm here at practice every single day. If I'm not here, you're not here.
I got a buddy. His little brother plays like Gustavus, and he's one hell of like a player. But I made like a point to him because he's gonna be a senior, and what I told him is that you're gonna be battling for a spot, but you guys set the example for the incoming freshmen because this man was like back to back like practice like player of the week. And I even told him, I'm like, dude, that right there, that should set the tone going into the rest of the season for like the freshmen that are gonna be sophomores and the incoming high school seniors that are gonna be freshmen. If you show up on practice on scout team, you're gonna make the overall team better.
No.
Because you're gonna be way more irritating and they're gonna be harder to practice, and that sets the bar. That's also kind of the reason why I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't mean to throw like my whole high school out there by any means, but that's kind of the reason why I think we kind of must struggle. Our scout team was not that good. I'm just gonna be honest. Like our practice team going in was not that much good. So when we got practice and then we got into the game, we got our ass kicked. I ain't even gonna lie about that. But like I said, I don't want to put that on like a bad note because like I do believe that like my coach at the time was a phenomenal coach. It just kind of sucked that was just the situation going in. But
I hear that.
But that was just kind of like what I was saying. Like going back to what you were saying, like with you like having to say that you gotta have players constantly nitpick on you because you weren't starting. It's just taking consideration that practice in my squad is as important to like the first strings. People don't really see that, but I see it as just like if you ain't got like a practice scout team, how you gonna going into like
and in high school too, like you see these people brag, oh, I'm starting this and that. I'm like, let me see you in 10 years. Let's see where you're at. Like if you're like working corporate, okay, but if you're like at the bottom, I'm gonna start giving you shit. Because you're acting like high school was your peak, this and that, all that. Dude, shut the fuck up.
I don't even look at it just like longevity. I just look at it as just like when we're on the field, it's just business. You're trying to take my job. I'm trying to take you're on my job. It's just competition. But then at the end of the day, we like beat each other asses. I'm gonna go grab like a beer with you. So.
Absolutely.
So it shouldn't be taken personal. That's just the biggest thing.
Absolutely, it's all business at the end.
It's just straight up business. Like there should be nothing personal thing about it. It's just business, So
yeah. And with that, I think we've concluded this episode. We're gonna be doing a little UFC preview. So if you watched it all the way through, be sure to check out that video. We'll be doing that right now. I want to thank Victor for really coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You're a boss, man.
Thank you, boss.
Talking sports with you is a fun ass time.
Yeah.
It's
We'll have to get some more
in
my shop.
We'll have to definitely
Who
get
knows?
some more as the preseason
as we get
progresses here.
This is the first, and it will definitely not be the last time that you are on our channel.
Oh, even better.
So
than
we
that.
really appreciate you coming on.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Peace.
Peace.